Alright YouTubers, welcome back to Tony the Technician's channel, and today we're going to be starting on the engine bay again. It's been a while, haven't really done much since I got the old engine pulled out, and it's been a while since I made a video for the Camaro. So basically my project for today, this won't be too long of a video. Not necessarily starting on the wiring yet. I'm going to be doing removing the cruise control, the vacuum canister for it, and the cruise control module, and then maybe starting on removing the AC mounted on the firewall. Maybe start removing that, at least get the wiring disconnected from it, because there are a few things that run to it. I also ordered a nose filler panel for right here. It goes where the hood latch is. I have the 4th gen Camaro windshield washer tank mounted in there, as well as my overflow coolant tank in there. So I'm gonna get that. It should be coming in within a few days. Get that bolted on there. I might actually take it in to get hydro dipped carbon fiber. And then the other thing I might do today is try and remove the old motor mounts, because I am gonna have to switch to the V8 ones. So that's the plan for today. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so the first thing we're going to do is remove the cruise control module, as well as the canister that's mounted underneath the car right here. So the first thing you want to do is find everything that's connected to it, like this vacuum line and this one that will be plugged into the top. This one goes to a T, one line runs down to the canister underneath, and one runs to another T that's up on the firewall. One runs to your heater, the other one runs to your intake manifold, and that's where you get vacuum from. You can disconnect that from the T. There's a check valve there. You'll have to get something else if you're not running the cruise control. Go ahead and disconnect this. This larger one runs inside through the firewall, and then I believe the only other thing connected to it is the actual cable, and this is mounted to the body by 2 bolts right here. They're size 15 on top. You won't need it because the 15 nuts are actually welded to the bracket of the cruise control module. So you'll just need a size 13 from below. Remove those bolts, and then here you go. So I got basically everything disconnected. There's still wiring going to it. You can go ahead and disconnect that and then pull that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this removed, and then we'll move on to removing the canister from underneath the car. Okay, so here's the cable that comes out of the end, and this runs to the bracket that holds your throttle cable and your cruise control. Let me see if I can get it over here. Well, anyways, the bracket sits over this, and you gotta pinch these teeth right here to get it out. Can be kind of a pain with normal pair of pliers. So if you have any hose pliers, these work great to get on here and just pinch the 2 ends together, and you can get it out real easy. So those are pretty handy. Other than that, we've disconnected the connection at the back. It's just 1 tab on top. You just use a small screwdriver and just pry that off, and then you can remove it. Next thing I'm going to do is remove any vacuum lines that are laying around now. And now we're going to get underneath and remove the canister. Another thing you want to look at before you go ripping everything out, I'm sure most of you are going to catch it, but once you unplug this, the wiring is also wrapped around this hose. You also have the ground wires running to this frame right here. It's just a size 10. Go ahead and remove that, and then you're free to remove this hose. So now let's get underneath the car. Okay, so in order to remove the canister underneath, you don't actually have to get underneath the car. Sorry. There's a 10mm over here up against the side of the car, and a 10 right here. Just go ahead and loosen those. Make sure you've already pulled your vacuum line down below. And then that's it. That's the only thing that holds it in. Once you have removed that ground and you've disconnected the connection for the cruise control, make sure you plug that back in, because this wire, I do believe, goes to the headlights or the blinkers. So make sure you reground the wire that comes through here. I'm just gonna go ahead and remove these two right now, and then we will get it out. Okay, so here's the canister that sits underneath the vehicle. This is the wire that comes up and attaches to your actual cruise control module. But simple as that, just those two 10mm bolts, and now you have removed your cruise control system. I'm basically just doing this because I don't really think I'm going to be cruising in this car very often, and it's going to help me clean up the engine bay. So once I get all this tore out of here, I will go through and vacuum up all the crap and get it cleaned up. Okay, so probably one of the last things I'm going to do for now, because my phone's going to die, is I'm just going to go ahead and remove the heater core hoses, which are these right here. And they run to a hard line and back to a hose that goes through the firewall into the heater core. What you're going to want to do is just loosen these hose clamps. I just use this screwdriver. And then here, it's going to be, this bracket is going to be held on with, I believe, a 7mm little tiny bolt. And then after that, just get your hose pliers or whatever, get these two hoses pulled off, and then the entire little hose setup should come out of the vehicle. Okay, so here it is removed. There is going to be another 7mm bolt down below, closer to the firewall. So one here and one further down. One thing you want to be careful of is when you're removing the hoses on the heater core, you want to be very careful. They can be a pain in the butt, but you need to be careful, because you take the chance of actually breaking the neck that sticks out for the heater core. Some of them are plastic, some of them are metal. Mine are metal, so it wasn't that bad, but some of them are plastic, so you need to be careful. Like I said, these pliers work great for that. You just get on there and you twist it back and forth, it'll break it loose. And another thing that comes in handy is picks. They make special picks in order to help get hoses off. So that's one thing you can look at if you're removing a lot of hoses. So now that I have that removed, I'm gonna see if there's anything else that I'm gonna do right now, or if I'm just gonna wait and make another video. All right guys, so I decided that's where I'm gonna stop for the day. I'm really taking my time on this wiring and cleaning up the engine bay. It's gonna take me a while, so it might be quite a few short videos. So today I just quickly went over how to remove the cruise control system and the heater core hoses. That was basically it. I think my next video I'm gonna focus on the motor mounts and the rest of the AC system. And then the next video will probably consist of removing the clutch reservoir and stuff like that, because since I'm switching to a 700 R4, I won't be needing that. So that's probably my next couple videos. But on the other note, what we did today should maybe take you 30 minutes. Really, it's maybe a total of 6 bolts, and it's not hard. It's real simple stuff, so hopefully I helped somebody. I know it wasn't that great of a video, but that's what we got done today. So once again, thank you guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll have more videos of the Camaro project coming soon. Thank you.